The one goal any business has is to grow. Grow bigger by getting more customers. Grow smarter to fulfill their needs. Grow bolder to take on new ideas and innovations. And grow wealthier to reward investors and insulate against sudden downturns. But there are downsides to unmanaged growth, a loss of entrepreneurship, and a loss of corporate culture as the sense of family becomes watered down. Staying small may feel safe, but it is a recipe for disaster when trying to create new products and services. But unmanaged growth can be a roller coaster ride fueled by overconfidence. Growth is where success meets wisdom. Who are these people who manage these hazards on the way to becoming a billion-dollar company? We'll find out on this episode of The Entrepreneurs.
It takes guts to achieve glory. Drive, determination, and the courage to take risks when no one else will. Innovators, trailblazers, and pioneers of industry don't hear the naysayers. Their heads are in the game, even when the playing field doesn't exist. They have the focus to keep their eyes on the prize, the steadfast belief in the dream, and the willpower to make it happen. These are the Entrepreneurs.
Alberta has always been a hands-on kind of province, born of farmers and explorers. An unforgiving land that had to be carved out of mountains and prairies. If it doesn't work, throw it out, build a better one. A land populated by makers of things, who know what it means to grow or die. This week, we look at one company who has bucked the odds and has grown into one of the most dynamic companies in the energy industry, and is on the cusp of becoming a billion-dollar company. But how did they get there? Industries all over the world have problems, from production to inventory, buildings to manufacturing. Let's say you own a factory that has a process to make a product, and you have to deal with a number of technology suppliers from around the world, each with their own problems, from old technology to supply issues, organizational problems, or lack of ideas to save you money. What you really need is a solution, one company to deal with, straighten out and guarantee delivery of these technologies while increasing efficiency to save money. That's basically what Tundra Process Solutions does.
They want less people to deal with. They want one neck to choke and one back to pat and be able to issue one purchase order for a whole bunch of things rather than going to 20 or 30 different companies. And so that's a unique thing that we provide.
So our client came to us with a problem. They needed to shut down their facility in the event of an emergency. So together, we came up with a solution and designed this automated valve package. So how this functions is we put air into a cylinder to work against a spring to open our valve. In the event of an emergency, we're going to lose our supply, and the spring is going to take over and move the valve back to its failed safe position.
And if you just so happen to need a building to integrate with these products, well, Tundra makes those too. If they can't find it, they'll make it. If it doesn't work well enough, they'll innovate. And if it doesn't exist, they'll invent it. It's a clever partnership that pays dividends and has allowed Tundra and its customers to grow.
And so we're trying to occupy that thought leadership space in people's heads, and that takes a lot of work.
Sometimes we're told we're the best kept secret. At $100 oil, people are just stuck in the old way of doing things, and they're stuck with the execution model and the vendors that they typically use, and they're not looking at new opportunities and some of the great ideas that come with doing business with a company like Tundra, be it oil and gas, but also other industries too that can benefit from our solutions like fertilizers and municipalities.
We want to give everybody everything that they need for a project or a solution. We really want to solve their problems at the end of the day, and that might be from wellhead to refining or a pipeline.
The other thing that Tundra have, which is quite significantly different to other companies, is they have these service organizations. They're looking at reducing the overall cost of doing things in a cost-effective manner, but ensuring that they're installed in the field correctly as well.
There's always risk or perceived risk in changing the way that you do something, because as it is right now, the producer, the owner of the oil and gas assets, they take all the risk. And so we're trying to introduce business models where we share the risk. And usually that involves some type of guaranteed pricing or will not exceed type pricing.
But to survive, they'll have to grow to compete against multi-billion-dollar competitors from Canada, the US, and abroad. And in just a few weeks, it will know if two of its riskiest ideas will bear fruit, new ventures that will test the company practically and conceptually.
Success breeds success breeds success, and once you get that thing pointed in the right direction, look out, you know. And so a lot of people say, well, gee, you grew fast, but it's all about momentum. Good people attract good people, and then those good people attract more good people, and away you go, right?
The annual barbecue is a staple of the Calgary energy business.
That's our 16th annual barbecue and fundraiser.
But this year, the celebrations are few and far between.
It is a fundraiser, so you don't cancel those. This is the time they need it more than ever, and we're doing okay.
The trick is to adapt to these headwinds.
And then the culture comes with it. Really good people are optimists, every single one of them.
With the cost of oil being done, it's going to be a difficult road to hoe, and we're looking at vendor packages, integrated packages, and make things easy for the customer. You package stuff together and take that burden off of them, right?
Tuesday morning. The Tundra buildings are not exactly what you expect from an industrial solutions company. It's an award-winning marriage of neoclassical design and modernity, more suited for a software startup. The clean lines are a welcome to well-heeled customers like GE, to visiting dignitaries from oil-rich countries. A natural home field advantage.
We can have a catered meal or have a few drinks. We have a beer on tap, so we have some fun things like that. And then every Friday at 4 o'clock, our team gets together here, and we share a drink and share some stories from the week, and hopefully have some cross-divisional collaborations. So it almost validated in our people's minds that we are a serious company and we are a contender.
We've got room to grow, and we want to be professional, and we want to have fun doing it. But hey, we're very proud of the way of our image here, and facing Deerfoot and whatnot, getting lots of good exposure. You can't beat that.
I think it's a mindset of growth, and with growth brings opportunity. We're always looking for ideas to change the way things are done.
Well, growth is a tricky thing, and there's a lot of pieces to growth. Inventory, like we have in our warehouse here, we have about $20 million in this warehouse and our other warehouses. And that's why I've always been drawn to business. There's probably 30 or 40 different things that you have to be pretty good at, either yourself or you have to find amazing people to help you be good at those things. So those are from inventory to accounting to human resources to research and development to quality control and safety and a whole bunch of other things. So that's the growth story.
But the elegant facade belies a brutal honesty hiding just below the surface. Tundra is a privately held company, so a steering committee serves as its board. An all-day affair, lightly catered, because it's a place where appetites are lost. An efficient, at times boisterous, but always brutally honest crucible where weak ideas are beaten down mercilessly and opportunities are pounced on and everyone is held accountable.
No one can figure out how to destroy your business better than you, right? So everybody has weaknesses. So we spend a lot of time trying to destroy our business, basically, and say, well, what if? And what if this happens? What if that happens? How are we going to react? And how are we going to continue to grow and prosper? And so we spend a lot of time scaring ourselves, and it works.
We're sitting at 8.4, so almost half of where we need to be 5 months into our fiscal year.
Guys, if we do need to be taking less margin on something, let's make sure it's strategic and not just our sales guy coming in saying that we have to go at 15 points when that doesn't even mean anything. So in order to get that new product,
Seriously, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the GPS here.
What are we talking about?
Is that what you're talking about? Actually, yeah, that was your department, right, Bud?
No, that was your department.
Clean it up for next year.
You can't do the name tags. We need something better. When we're in this room, we want to be able to speak openly. Sometimes when we speak openly, it's not always something that other people want to hear. And we just need to realize that it's not about feelings and it's about business. So, put on the hat, we take off the hat, we argue, and at the end of the day, we put the hat back on, and we go have a drink.
That's what A players do as well, right? Yeah. You know, you don't have any yes men in this team.
Soon the high beams are turned on ACE, the Accelerated Entrepreneurs Program that is fighting for relevance in an uncertain time.
What does he care about? He probably cares about innovation, efficiency, those kind of efficiencies, and they would care about our ACE program.
That's something that we can tie into all of these guys, and it's almost an executive roundtable specific to them.
The ACE program is happening, it's moving forward, and Eric will be submitting kind of his project plan to Iggy and myself, I think at the end of next week.
As you may know, there's been a bit of a downturn in the oil industry, and there's hundreds of thousands of people, very talented people, out of jobs, looking for work. So we decided, let's bring them to Tundra, let's get them working.
We're gonna gut all these tables. It's a little stuffy right now, so we want to clear it out, put a big table, allow collaboration in a dynamic space. We'll throw some whiteboards on this wall.
Let's give them access to legal resources, let's give them access to marketing, let's give them access to accounting.
A workspace where everybody can get together. We'll have some offices where people can make phone calls.
And most importantly, our 30-strong sales force that can help them bring their ideas to market, bring their ideas to life, and start saving our clients money so that capital can start flowing again and we can start creating jobs.
But to do this, they'll have to adopt the entrepreneur's motto of moving fast before you get caught.
There's a rumor on the street that you might get new desks or something.
I actually heard that rumor.
Do you want them? And if so, could we give them to you now?
Foster creativity and be a space where everybody can, like minds, can get together and solve some of industry's most pressing problems. Right now, industry is struggling. You know, there's so many headwinds right now, and there's so many problems that need to be solved, whether we like them or not. And a lot of that is actually in the environmental space. And a lot of the resources that we have as an established company will really help foster the growth of these ideas and actually fast track the commercializations.
Okay, back to reality. Tundra's new subsidiary, SSI, is in the crosshairs. Groundbreaking technology and a whole lot of risk.
And we always bypass it. I heard twice that SSI was a startup company. That by all means is not a startup company.
The biggest issue that's facing any CEO of an oil company right now is how to get more production. That's what keeps them awake at night. And the unit allows them to increase their production over conventional technologies without adding cost.
They've invested a lot in their high-tech pump jacks or lift systems, and they are a game changer. But tell the world that.
They're strong, they're robust, they're proven. We've got a small footprint, and right now we've got the longest stroking unit in the world. What is the issue with us getting this message out to market?
A good question that demands answers.
It's another day in paradise. So we installed these units about a year ago. We shipped them about a year ago from the facility. We can actually monitor these remotely, so we've never had any downtime with these units at all.
They are working flawlessly.
Okay, Mike, we're up here. You're up here to do the PPMs, the planned maintenance on these items. We do more oil production because we've got a longer stroke.
Probably, I think, 30 to 40% more production.
It replaced two conventional beam pumps produced by one of our competitors, which used a much bigger footprint. It used more electricity. Those units also require, in the event of a workover, major workover with a big rig coming in order to change the units. You need cranes and you need trucks. With ours, one guy can pull the units back in 15 minutes, a smaller plus by unit come in and replace the down all equipment.
I don't know. If there's any other reasons why we can't sell this thing, let's bring them up now. That's the whole point of this meeting, right?
Let's get this out there.
Oh, I enjoy the honesty.
There's no honest people in here. They're a bunch of...
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense, but it's a good chance for everyone to catch up and continue building that camaraderie that we have. So we like doing it.
And in just a few weeks, they'll find out if they charted the right course for their two new projects, where something has to go.
As much as I want to maybe jump in sometimes, where I'm at mentally is stay the hell out of the way.
CEO Iggy Domagalski and President Dan Pete are complementary contrasts of styles.
It's a good little time though. We were out last night with some good customers and at the Tragically Hip concert.
That's good. You're on fire.
That's some fun.
But for all the trappings, Dan still brings a streetwise attitude he gained from when he started the company in the back of his garage.
The turkey package is funny, funny, not funny, but it's what needs to happen. Yeah, good.
Playing defense.
Totally. Yeah, we got to go on offense. Good seeing you guys too. Let's see if we can get things going. Cheers. Okie dokie. All good stuff.
Okay.
That's how it kind of goes around here, though. That's the problem, is I can't get really anything more than 5 minutes of work done, because I can guarantee you within the next 5 minutes somebody's going to walk through that door. It's though.
Knock, knock.
Oh,
I heard you say someone's going to walk in. I did.
Hey, bud, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Good,
How are you doing? Any feedback on the well pad workshop we had yesterday with the client? I know you know a couple guys over there.
Talked to my buddy over there, and he said it was awesome. Their whole team was blown away, so good job.
Really? Right on.
Like they were excited that they don't have to go down that whole road and re-engineer, redesign the whole thing.
Yeah.
So they got the value proposition that bottom line, that's going to make them oil faster. And the fact that we can incorporate all our equipment, right? You know, right from the SSI pump jack system to all the instrumentation, the valves.
Yeah, we're a total brownfield, right to greenfield solution. We got a ton of experience.
They loved it.
Do you know any of the C-suite players?
What the heck was his name here? I got Salesforce open right now here, actually.
Okay.
Why is this not working? Was it Jason or something?
There is a Jason.
Oh, was he on the last round table?
Yep. Right there.
Oh, this is the C-suite list. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Jason?
This guy here.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. Actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I know him.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish up with Mary Angela.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'll chit chat with you and Chad, and we can get a strategy together. But that's awesome. You absolutely nailed it, buddy.
Okay, yeah, good. Thanks.
Awesome.
Hey, sorry to interrupt.
Okay. No problem. Anytime.
Talk to you later.
Cheers.
It's okay from a meeting, but I mean to talk to you about.
There's a sense of urgency and immediacy at Tundra that may explain the need for downtime. The common theme? Blowing off steam, clearing the head.
Winning, losing, details. I get focus and adrenaline and satisfaction seeing the kids win. Try to think of your personal best and also battle out there. But most importantly with the kids, that's what I get out of it.
We both grew up in Edmonton. He was actually my paper boy.
No.
Yeah, we always went to the same schools, so.
Well, you know what? He kind of still is your paper boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my daily life is chaos. There's things going around, things are going nuts. And I come here and it's a zeroing. I mean, I look at martial arts and I look at business and entrepreneurship, and there are so many common principles: perseverance, determination. There's few things that are more humbling than a punch in the face.
Well, after you put on a charity event, like you just have this amazing feeling and you're just kind of walking on air for weeks after. Like we've been to Africa, to Asia, just to see the world and see how other people live. The charity work I do reminds me how lucky I am. But I like it for just the thinking time. And just not having anything else to worry about in that hour that I'm gone, or however long I'm going for. It helps keep my head in a good space. But it's a challenge to get people on board with a very big vision when times are tough in an industry like the energy industry. So that's really my job and my passion every day, is to pump people up and get them excited about the future and keep them going on this really, really exciting journey with us. We're just getting started.
I worked as a banker for the Royal Bank of Scotland. I studied marketing in England as well. So I'm working here in marketing. Beautiful place to work at.
I think the biggest thing they should know about Tundra is that we're made up of the people within, and we definitely stand by that. We don't try and change people just because they work here.
We want to be thought of as the smart guys that fix problems. And in order to do that, you got to be the smart guy that can fix a problem. And that requires investing in education, giving people time to read, giving people time to think and to innovate.
I think it's important in any organization for everyone to feel like they have opportunity to grow with the company and grow personally as well.
Yeah, it's where will the growth come from? Where we'll find the people to take us there.
So it basically gets rid of pneumatic pumps which vent methane into the air, and the government's really cracking down on that right now. So this is a really cool solution that we're going to learn more about today.
I mean, you can dive into a strategic initiative right now and try to diversify or redo the way that you're currently doing things in this market. You can use a shotgun and just have everything scatter and see what hits and what doesn't. Or you can take a rifle and sight through a scope and make a very accurate and very determined shot.
So it's a very interesting project, and I think of all the candidates that we've looked at so far, that's the one we're most excited about.
Hey Eric, how's it going?
Good, hey Mike. Yeah, put that up there.
Yeah, what's going on today?
Good. Just working on that emissions technology.
Excellent, let's take a
Remember
look.
that valve issue we were having? I think we figured it out. If we move it from here to here.
This is a great day because we're shipping some of the units from our inventory here that's going to a company based in Colombia. Both these units are shipping, and there's another 12 to go thereafter. The future's bright. We're looking at Latin America, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, West Africa, East Africa, the Far East, Australia, because we can offer them increased production based on our equipment. This is revenue for the company, it's what we like, and it's also export dollars for Canada.
Made in Alberta, baby.
So we're going to be $1 billion company. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind, 100%.
We take great pride in the people that we've hired and building a family, and again, it's because they become best friends with the people that they work with. It's always nice to get our customers out just to say thanks.
We're pretty big on giving back to the community, and they're what has helped to make us who we are today. We use this fundraiser to, in this case, try to raise $25,000 for the Kids Cancer Care Foundation, and then we actually match all of those donations to be able to give back. So we use the Stampede as a fun time to help out the community.
Thanks everyone for coming. So far we have raised over $35,000 today. And that's all going to
Growth is what every company wants, but few can handle. This is what being an entrepreneur is all about. This endless striving for success is the very engine of our society. What gives us a reason to move forward, to try, to grow.